no ano our Ballon d'Or night. Na Luis Ocampos and your sporting director of the Emma team and Paris Saint-Germain was in debating as simple and Kaya Messi and also Ronaldo and Ekuta and also Dembele and Ekuta Messi and Ronaldo Dina and ka debate and ko be a debate bo Dembele bono last season at the bano and no be na catch us and ka Messi na boss abono and also Ronaldo and a boss abona and ka debate biennial no mo abani say edi Jidia Edo because Edu baby I would do ho and I know I kakwadi to da as a Dembele or this officer ya de Ballon d'Or I man nemoka wanu ane Messi and Ronaldo and can simple and sama for no matter din 70 ma mamem and Steve Mandanda say what in the born and some up and we are retired na report about and so do France and the Canal Plus and a Canal Plus and no I and the France so often a Juma Champions League night games personal one and so boa analysis at the boa na nyaman so I come Steve Mandanda and I also and 70 people say one echo boa panditry of them a Canal Plus and a Canal Plus one and some TV station no and no I report about Champions League no yenu come matches passo mame and a table ne and as a fixtures na ya games and no passo and unfortunate na fe you say new Mexico games na 120p and passo and na ye be na be bawo one ball na boboko no I have 4:45 p.m. and I came on Basso Janmas and so I was stadium Sam Hamiso and I Basso Tententia and I said to a reporter Yabena PSV Noven one any junior sent a name Shalanosi game no and Basso Benfica woman Karabaka game no at 7 p.m. almost about ball and no Kakrefu I told some no as Emma Neosono so Yabena Juve Juventus one ball at the Dortmund and no our the Alliance Stadium Turin ho our anasake no some lebetinya tota obenya and the team your fans Tottenham omo any Viaro came no some baso and no match baso 7 p.m. and asake ni nyina no kick off at them the Salaters no at the Abanamia too much na update no be say Olympiacos womo any Pafos FC came no baso and first Flower Pro woman the Bodo Glim and so ball and no 4:45 p.m. and baso Ayas any Inter at the Bonnie 7 p.m. Bayern and Chelsea game no watch now and Basso and also 7 p.m. and Mobile Liverpool Atletico and we 7 p.m. and also Basso na PSG woman in Atalanta game no and so 7 p.m. and Basso our part of France I want some no Emma and so na Atlanta club Bao woman squad our Mateba Bonte against team in front of Arsenal and Nico Williams and Yadia said Waka squad and Opania kind and so was a boy no and so injured and Yadia said Obetunya ball a man for Casa Bow pa now Nico and some national for ball at the Emma and the team in front of Bauer and Kakem no sham MMY there I'm a come and but Tinini on it, Obama Minyaki Williams and one and some Gabajam, Naso Abo at the team and friend Arsenal, a Boboko and no Yaki Williams, no Ebejan Naso Naso Abo at the Amatim and friend and Bebawa at them. I want somebody handle and some at them and Ano so now and last time Valvati, a Kotima and the Bebawa Boboko was a manager. I have found a teta dear. Wabekam Amobiata say a cup best managers are. One was as we so a teta. I want. Nemo Madebakua, Obetimi Akam, for Arsenal team. No, I want to say one more press Arsenal team in Yawa, Udia Gro, one more press, and Adebakua more and it's a hard pressing Arsenal, Ayano, and no, Adebakua, one more Zave, our more so Betimi and a canter break, and some Ona Boatimina, and Kebetimi Abuanepa, and no, I am some Kakra manager, no, and some other two later Sringina, at them, I'm David Raya, and Obet them at Jama Arsenal, a Boboko. Reporter and say one Musan said Champions League nedia a more day power when him say and young Kodam and about Champions League and Perifagro now David Roya and the two Musan say one and no players what briefly woman about and you may cost was Spain. So oh ball in the game Spain atmosphere no and have a fan base. Send woman responded and to supporters no responded players no responded to supporters in the chant our stadium and have send and you city Spain because the 1 hour now was so briefly players now Banyama cost Spain. You bet you David Raya yentine na kakradi to Jano yentin koma on so Ediama Arsenal. And I feel football loving fans.
Good relationship as well with some teammates in the national team that play here as well. So they know obviously Thuimendi and Marina, they have a relation like they played in Real Sociedad, so they had that rivalry against Athletic. So we've just been discussing like people that never been here or never heard about the place, how the fans are here and how hectic it's going to be and how noisy it's going to be. So we're looking forward to the challenge. We're looking forward to play tomorrow.
Well, any Semenra and no pre-match no now tis a David Raya every kakra today Wontumi 101.3 Wontumi TV Sports Bite and afe you go to them and some of the Barcelona so say yeah live on Facebook Wontumi TV live now you didn't come out and you know nafe yeah red Champions League and come on afe at one some no and some at the abano say the Nyama Besiako now Arsenal bono tonam for no so no woman ever ball woman came the baba so woman in Viero and a day boy manager I found Thomas Frank and some kakra area to that Thomas at the audio to that and it's a Champions League need a special moment is an anthem no a bar sound to a different crowd ote unya bibi or dosron kubi and okikasron kubi say ne also be dijuma diama club na do kenya no and it's a Vero Boboko no woman a strong team our respect at the Marcelino manager at the Vero Boboko no or expecting a pa na do and it's a one tonam dia omo ebeka and say adeba ko omo ka and say Champions League no omo bo wombe bi ombe ba wombe je wombe bi bia so omo ye bia na afi omo bo agena manfo say masa asa o da o to ani na say feeling ya o di Remo Champions League no a different feeling cry and no some kaka Thomas Frank no atem na to dwan che the kudus no ya na say ombe di Abraham o say nyama e be say come me tonam players no ye bu say omo say my question of the day, no, and your question of the day. Now I centered on say what is a Champions League anthem? Player bay and one dream about him and question the bush them say producers no meaning say na omu money time dia na meaning because and that story tournament so say players no you so say Champions League anthem no bar player bay and about him ebi say Ronaldo ebi say Messi Obizo chasam say obiache na dientie tournament players no Champions League anthem no bar player bay and a bomb team.
Which player comes to mind first?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Messi. Ronaldo. Messi.
Kudus. Iniesta, Xavi, Lampard, Gerrard. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes, I know. And some if you are the Vanessa players, no, I know much church. More players, more Boboni be no, or say Champions League, no, a movement for some players. Champions League, a movement, and Kofobidia, Giomona, and some two moment, and some of the Hobia, or can say Anthem the Bar, Miana, maybe Jimmy Woody, Ebony Dina as a players, no, one woman who say Champions League, the movement, you know, I am meant for some players, I know, I am not Pate, Mammy Pate, and now be fan Jama Ghanaian international as I no and so betini tuma na nuama ayakama Thomas Pate and some enti Pate o game num and ya bompire ama say Pate be nuama na fe bibia so ayakama no ay report a few at the Albert and 70 play na unim sam sen Arsenal every ni Champions League and numera the other say wo ana ya ka Champions League say in the history European tournament no say European Cup and say Champions League no wo ma win 6 consecutive matches against Spanish side because and one more ball etia beba omo wini etwaso a omo enso be the first team omo enso wini European competition 6 consecutive times etia in the Spanish side ya dem in the San Seven nyina no dem Atletico omo team no be rem ekoball etia Liverpool na no Panameka say William Alvarez no ya dia say ontimi enso en travel no ya jefro no medeba na fe Johnny Cardoso as a player one also out and a reporter yen some cartoon something no as a David Hanko a player metes on the obetimia movie na for the team no and so ma continue where you Diego Colosimion in the boys no and ya de omo sametema na no pay e wo show so nya sametani reporter ba na Rafa Guerrero a player de Bayern Munchen woman some reporter ban is a player no and so enya in the maxillary injury reporter ban say ono so betena nchan kakra ame ya tese omo game against Chelsea no e be aden so nua so betimi agina abo ede amomu a ya dem the silent tasini nyina no afem Bazufi eboboko no womo game against Dortmund our Champions League and e baso ne ya tese womo third kit no and womo e be sede abo etia Dortmund game and ensom baba so metese Kanan Yildiz e be start and the second no Lewis Openda and some baba Jonathan Davis munyina no ya tese o me start in the game na ya dem awon some nyina no as they starting 11 the other and goalkeeper I friend said Di Gregorio and some them gatti nom and afe Bremer womo ebe Paul Kalulu nom ebe Jempura nom ne Cambiaso Kumanes womo nyina no ebe tinya start ede amatim na yadem awon sempe dem na unim say reporter ba ede and latest ni nyina no and some dem ni nyina ne say ya be call na fe yadin komo e Madrid na ya we say ne Messi Roberto Di Zerbi and the kakra de Olympic de Marseille manager womo call Bernabeu na say womo kwa so metimi ayi keche bakum yenu bi edem ati womo di ewa na unim say Roberto Di Zerbi edem sama tuja was coming to Bernabeu aya debako aya ana edema na huwa edema no aya respect na reporter wadem eba no was say oka amobi ate say a good match and womo ehwa ni mu se betimi aba na do oka nyina ne say adebako a womo focus ediatia Madrid eboboko no aya defense was say omo hwe yes, actually, who judge actually Asambato because say Mbappe na and one who journey one who diagro Obama gradu and afe Obenya Vini Jr. Rodrigo nom any other boy see our anymore so diagra omema gradu into omu defense omu fenia gra was a game num na omu ya no ma very brave our attack na brave in attack nature say Madrid one beneba hono say udu ho na wanye brave we player one ma kukum obuanya dua Madrid omu tumia bibia bi supporters ni chant kra no e betima ma striker wa bobo na to atene into akache the players ni say omu do animu a omu nya sharp no omu nya very brave and no Roberto Di Zerbi kakra wano ngadi atudia de ensem pi no ensom atema ne anope wo so no so game no baba so players ne de erese wo mu betimi atu wo mutuma na afenuama ensom atimi akoka ma sere be ya enuama be ko na one Dennis Bios issue no on say enka or hese kaboyi ebetimi aberem e wo maser nemom antimi ama reporter ba ne say abranche ne fan Dennis Bios of our phone apologize de ama Roberto Di Zerbi ni nyina no an effort any idea one way Yasenko block player and some na movie ni nyina ntimi amaso no yase boy and so head of the game basona chopam and so the kind ayade awon sempi atemawa enya semeto anonymous say sorry na Zabi manager de Madrid and so you say omu gusanom anra our pre-match because no panel ya de more at the buy our sports biting so ye kenya mu at the amount awie anano pay na on say ye criticizing referees and La Liga num on say Madrid for no woman dear woman referees La Liga no problems and go and upon have your time said in December by La Liga president tamami de be by some Madrid for omo obia omo ya mampofo Madrid for no ambe so mo La Liga no Madrid for complain be na ensansam no and enra our pre-match ebusa Zabi Alonso say dear Madrid for man for kafa mo no mu say and was Madrid omo defend club ni interest was him the interest of the club and Madrid put for defend it to baby na oka Barca ni anasem bia otinchai na also bot Atletico na we say omo La Liga na was it omo defend club ni interest and Zabi Alonso sama what they atuja de and 70 pay them out na pressure our Madrid so na as I say o say lucrative club we are saying in terms of Champions League club or successful Madrid we go obi aniwa obetimi accompany title no and our titles are what our Champions League to Real Madrid. Now, or same Anna Demano, no mum and your pressure and Famano. Ningan say Madrid no, the Oma Ben is done Maba Jibico, Carlo Ancelotti Maba Jibico, Nidiano, a new project, Anna Oye, and to new project Oye and no pressure, and no Ayatino Diatuda. One son is some Mbappe pressure on the soul, and some Mbappe bears the first Champions League title, or bet Mbappe Chelsea. Na Mbappe fi PSG, Abesinachi, Mbappe, this is the timer. So we need title na and was Mbappe no or body ball. Na baby do no and yes out the pressure. Ebema player bia say Mbappe no ese chinchina china. Mbappe ewini and the champions no mo ball na say emre do na Mbappe winia and no some player there Anna and one wo hwa ni mo ese betimi asi e Madrid boboko no and no a report for no matter no some no and some ateba na mama David Beckham Beckham a former legend at my Manchester United Beckham no also Madrid Beckham just yenin koma kakra Beckham on Alonso and was say Alonso no there am say munim no na Alonso no wa monitor na challenge wey said anya challenge a huge challenge adam ama Alonso na do as Alonso ama wiase nyina wo say obetima ya aduma no Johnny ne start Champions League Johnny no start madam Alonso odinidi Alonso be ya aduma no
Marseille on match day one. It's a really interesting fixture. Obviously, David, Real Madrid, one of your former sides. What have you made of them under Xabi Alonso? Have you got to watch much of them this season?
I think they've got off to a good start. Xavi's a great coach. He proved that, at Leverkusen. I think he's an exceptional talent. He was as a player, but then now as a coach, you can see some ex-players that go into these roles, and he's the perfect guy to go into a big challenge like this. Being the coach of Real Madrid, the powerhouse. I think he's set off with a good start. And hopefully it continues. The game against Marseille is going to be a tough game, and everybody knows, and I know from my playing days there, that those nights in the Bernabeu, Champions League nights, there's no bigger night. So, the expectations will be, up there, but he's, as a coach, he's well aware of those expectations.
When you mentioned about sort of former players going into coaching roles, and you think that ideally suited, and he looks exactly that. I mean, what was your thoughts when getting up?
Well, any come Soon and Comono and I Bobby de Amajani no starting at Jama Alonso, ya Bompire, Madrid Fono, and Sugusum, Omo Bompire, Mumpire, and Zabaya Kama, Alfe Amomo, and non Ekafu Deba, and 70 Deba Fabio Contrao, a player, or Bo Ama Madrid the term, na Fabio, and so the Altudas Alonso, they are very good. Alonso, dia Oka, and the coaches are when him so much my Jumani pa Fabio Contrao, sir, or did he as a coach from the perspective, one no actual coach Alonso, Erdinafino. What did he say? Obetima ya jumanum atama madino opinion no. What did he say? Manager betima really titles in the betray. At mama to the no air cop and then Fabio and the control do baby Ramade control massa. And there is a cry. Control no say urefino is when you need ocean and wing and they said was a sacra. Fabio control and ocean and 70 pino at the Bamanti team no metesa and then Franco Mastantuano ever started at the Olympic Marseille. Eboboko na no a reporter but no training a course on a boy winning 9 term massa passes all boy our training and no day now Obama me predict 11 our Madrid na young shadow players when we ever to him see a kind about team no coach no running training team court to abedam branch of funny set in horizon and after Damili Town and Trent Alexander-Arnold Carras no back form omu abaya wajuma ada Gulas our Medford Aurelian Chomani omu anafe Fedi Valverde omu anaf 3 no our Medford number complete anafe Vinicius Junior Kylian Mbappe Franco Mastantuano omu and some LED our nimho and Tisane City ate awon some no adeba Jude Ballon na manopano and Rebecca chose say bibia kama adem ammonium surgery na okoye na say 3 to 4 months and esenka odademo and ka want to be mon farmer nemo just 2 months unia and so mapa obetini to manafe nyama and so ayekama market squad wo mu di ram e maso game no ade say Jude edin and so ma ya say nyama abe kama de ama Jude Ballon na me de latest ni nyina no and so de ma na e so no say no kakre fo no made banti Jude nie bibia so na kama na say bibia dadana kwam bibia fine ade ama Jude no a reporter but na Saliba no me say Madrid be fo Saliba William Saliba me say Madrid almost say Madrid for way Madrid there Msakalantiana na Madrid and Saliba as usual no the wish list of Real Madrid na me adoma boy we the contract no ye enta ye red January na say ye koya nima 1 year 2026 ababa sisia na o enta the contract no na say and I said the last year of the contract a day ama Arsenal say player won betima keep no the yantin is a Madrid for Madrid so mbefa no and so adina kwa no a report a few ba me to say in Barcelona na me aduma Thursday o many Newcastle a game no so Glenn Mbek a referee one attempt and a game no a German from Sweden one anebeti anafe Jerome Pressard one every France one ebeye in charge of VAR na for divano na nuaman so ayakama and no a reporter ba na ore said nuaman so ngase kwama me former player at the Newcastle I finalist Ferdinand aden some kakra to na wase yemo biate na wase Barcelona game na Barcelona samunima problem and I'm over from our game na Barcelona na diabesi was St. James Park or there and you know the time no do not Barcelona when we do St. James Park St. James Park no on number say just say the diabesi no nyankopon kwa na behu and no I am some of them atuda yate and some play the balancera and so legend not the man Newcastle United was yamo biante say Arsenal day na Champions League no Barcelona Saturday na or meeting our Kansas City the flight to Thursday and Wontumi game ni bia no ayane ya asene passes ade no ono entimi compon na nia koma and monitor game and Barcelona and Newcastle and some of the banya no a reporter if you no matter be later so nyina no and some of the Champions League ni die ano be de mame and Robert Lewandowski ni ani komo na Lewandowski say Champions League new format na ba no so format ni die 50-50 efevo bi anke to ani akase no obi a favor eduba bi Champions League format we na akase ebo playoff yentie Lewandowski kakra or the tuda
kind of way interesting because in the group stage you have to be in the first 8. If not, you can play in the playoffs that can be really tough. You have to be from the first game till maybe the last game already.
But still just as special to play in?
Yeah, of course, Champions League is something special, you know, especially that I know what does it mean to win the Champions League. I know what does it mean to score so many goals in Champions League, and yeah, the Champions League makes always special.
Well, and Lewandowski kakode atu dana say wonu echeche mu ani ade ahonsem no pieje bencha no ayan koma ekoso ade ensem no pieje ma na Christiansen so reporter ba say Andre Christiansen ebeste wo hwese ne contract no and na hwese no emesi kwastel na wonu enso betimi abon koma na afi Barcelona wo metimi amana stay because Saudi clubs no enso ade offers be braba wa reject here ya hwese oni deku enso no be start na ne agent no oni entourage no and so much in the coming weeks and come out so na for Christiansen and we man so kama ade amana new reporter ba me to say one reporter as hello hala edu ba bi the Lewandowski no obeko na eso mo top striker ade ba ya to say Laporta ade come any deku akase the striker obetima fit Barcelona hello hala and no a top striker. I will bet me a bomb. I'm a team no, and the man so I come Enzo Maresca. Now me a do my Chelsea. Omo game no. Omo Bayern and a day in 6:15 and UK time. Yet is coach in a press conference. So ahead of the game, I'm so I Bayern and after Chelsea Omo game and bet me a basso Enzo Maresca a press conference. And you're doing some no. After Karl-Heinz Rummenigge and some Paninkasia in Germany. After the German football and after Bayern. Eboboko no format no Champions League format they say format no we say dey sit here oba ball matches ni bebre ansa and I want to be so do and what dey to that first ne dey when no some format when it say league no enya clear improvement na old stage I know old in the format I know mo dey bono oh NBA match dey 4 kra no na also watumi akwanim pa na de waka nyina ne se edu baabi Bayern, PSG, Madrid any other teams ni nyina no na so mo playoff eno na che say no say we a Champions League club now a big team na wan nyere ho a obebo playoff eno ka wo bi ana ene ono adi tu da say the Champions League no sa format we a format a say Champions League a improve eno ensem kakode atuda ya de ensem repi ensom ngade ma na Champions League ne say we clubs are over any more points all time enye Madrid atrese omunaje Champions League no do eba no points Madrid and SLG Wamukuta in 985 points all time. Madrid and Omu points at Dawson our Champions League has a Madrid for no Omu Champions League ne die woman in Bo and the signing points ne genti said the more now bona o points na accumulate na Bayern 797 Barcelona 694 Juve and so toss 9 536 na mebehu Manchester United 5th position Manchester wow womo anya 528 points and woman all time no mo say Manchester o show mom our Champions League eden Manchester club no eno ana man ha Manchester United ye homa ye hu mo anom ya if one ma de be de awonsam no ensom ade bana Gary Jimmy Carragher Champions League obiara the predictions about obia chena Jimmy Carragher say ono de Champions League no o hwe takremu no o hwe nneoma ba kumienu a last season amotema Barcelona boy ne de Barca o final order da Barcelona o ma do final last season oh Montema Barcelona boy we did this Barca team no our final our Champions League no maduo timba obesa koka won mo mabo final no Liverpool wo woni say Liverpool team no so agina ye wo mo ebetimi abo final na timi age entim ono de wo say o gidie as Liverpool and Barcelona and a Champions League final no mo anso ebetimi akwa no a reporter what dey ba mama Benjamin Mendy ne ani nkoma football nya fair Benjamin Mendy ne edu baby and sembebre and boy and some atima famna say what do and unya hwe said the Messi kwa what do Poland na the Polish club you from Pogon they say and no mum ekodiduma wa free agent ache say and rana do am say ono so assign afem amada Pogon club and so our Poland dem and 70 pd another pay a manager at the same be atuda na mama Inzaghi ade ne Ronald Lodi ade abana was a player yi one a decided decision our player yi and some aside so be kono a personal decision and a boy and some about with immediate effect now no manager no I had to say player yi and some movie na ni nyina ne say Club World Cup ball branch away boy no and some extra and komunyana and kanuaman so abe kamano ayo de manager Inzaghi adem atujade and 70 pe demo na team ne bam amia to aso na afenema kama na mami Giuseppe Meazza na eni nkomo stadium no San Siro na ya wese New City San Siro eniem na San Siro hono the mayor Edema Melan Giuseppe Sala adem sam kakra adem atuda na to nyina ne say one Inter ani AC Milan womo adi nkomo mayor no ono anahwan ne Milan ha nyina ona hweso na oso no madi nkomo asase no bebia da stadium ne nchawo baabi no womo twa bi atase womo ton mo a report abane say wose womo de womo ani Inter ani AC Milan for no womo wie na Akasa City Council ebe approve adem ama AC Milan and afa Inter Milan and mayor I finished Giuseppe Sala to them atudade and 70 no and some them anti Giuseppe and some of the atuda and the later sitting in no of emane and pay also so and as I'm to new detail the few and them banana pay don some no and some of the bana mama Luis Campus na yeni koba na wakasa fa Quares Kelly awon yababe din komam na dia fa 2 years awon kakra na wode and then some kakraba na some of the abani nyina say player no eguso training with the squad. Good news at the PSG as a player na bank as I say no energy back at the Quares Kelly I so bet me aba baduma na enuama so kama eno tefrio at the 11 anya point team tenase na yatwa so for Newton Peter Lati tenase na yatwa so akomia meza team ni nyina ha ayebedi enkoma na afenu na new kono oba
Cyrus or no wouldn't be at the street no so and then about done in the whole and the Otis San SAN what's Otis San Ika Cassias also my friend Ika be my friend
Ika
San Ika
yes
what after the San Ika pa a saint
okay
saint it Cyrus you know and a Roman for say the word saint and I'm from Diagro okay I'm from Diagro so Saint Cyril or Saint Cyrus and I San Cyril. San Cyril. Saint Cyrus, the Archbishop. No, we didn't to be sorry, be so. And then within that vicinity, the district. No, the Cyrus has been the original derived name. Yababenya San Cyril. Now, she crano. You was a Cassanibi. Me offer. Or no one himself meant to be body. Okay, but men are not friend. Kwamnama. Okay. Kwamna bo ama no friend sa. Wotwaso. Okay. Kwamnama. Oh, how you derive name be. Na me na do friend Kwamnama ba me just say we of abo ama. Na me you Kwamna. Yes. But oh, how you derive a D a free. Saint Cyrus and about my San Cyril and the woody home commercial company for decided say okay. Ombema Melane. Omi you stadium nache. Sure. Techiman. 11 Wonders and the Techiman Heroes. Also, when you know we use the same Ameya stadium na. Sadia no hobby stadium ba kubo sena. Sekotokone Ken Faisa. No we use Babayara. Similarly na. Melane. Yeah.
Saint Akumia.
Akumia na man
Saint Akumia. Udi fu from the Clifford 7 farm on Saint Akumia. Saint
Clifford di bia.
God yeah.
Oh, nyame adom na mo so e.
Nyame adom bi abokopa.
Bibia se ye de.
Oh yes.
Mamenko wasa japa. To Bafo. Okay. Newtown. Motive Enterprise. Okay. Alfred. Okay. We nipa say. Wow. Nano na musuma emi tu kwan no. Only one person Kushiano. Oh, okay. And he was such a good person to us. Oh wow. Me and Chiano pa na onona ni nua ware. Nyame adoma 27 September. Kinford any Deborah. Oh, okay. Kinford any Deborah. Mama Lucas house wasa japa hona. Okay. Inti ye nyina eba akota na chi. Okay. Kapo. Because we nipa no nipa so ni because we nipa. Sure. Inti ni nua Kinford any Deborah. Aware no yeba akota chi. Inti yeba we are rapping life. Papa we yeba papa. We are rapping. So aboa na nkwa ni mama ko. Na da sare bodu no be kwala.
Sabodu so ho ye de sportsman.
Na nya kro bi akra ntimi mu ano.
E de nyame asepa so ho ye pa.
Nya kro bi akra ntimi mu ano.
Wa mama black necklace.
O say
open wa mama black necklace.
Me that's
it. Black on white and now white on black.
Nah,
oh, fa home.
I knew, bro.
One of pro one.
I am in channel crab. New, you're a game. You're yesterday. You're busy. Messiah ne Michael Sombrana on Betwasway.
Yeah, a couple Champions League and of course why of the Champions League stories back home you know me and Sabia. I think major to a bit to her. The person me run it through quickly now me share games in sumo. Now my time ready over say fancy no. Kubo. Postcodes in Ekasayo. And you my opinion. But I will opine on Postcode's opinion. Okay. But pause share the opinion on whatever is happening at Manchester United. Yeah. I think I have a piece on that. Okay. Forget the system. The players are just not at the level that Manchester United need. They are not aggressive enough. They are not quick enough. They have not got the legs in midfield. They are playing two-man midfield in Bruno. They are playing two in midfield. Bruno in there. And he hasn't got the legs to do it in a three-man midfield, let alone two.
Okay.
A purely tactics in common postcode so ni edino. Okay, yan ko fa coach from Ryan ko say na and can be cockra me Champions League.
Okay.
But a purely tactics and come and our go verbally. Or say for now, you forget the system no. And no couple baby na team ka bi kire say, "O dey me dey am room the 3 back na magia to me say no obebo." Me forgetting the system no. But within that system no, Postco's ebusa questions say. The other day be na me question ya why Bruno will be dropped very deep. Now allow Cunha and Buemo behind Shesko. We are discussing that, or Messi Mount, or Diallo Bebem, whatever. My single opinion on Bruno's situation was the fact that I didn't manage anybody, or feel that about anybody more deeper. I didn't know anybody more deeper. My main fan come in from Pa said about Tiasie. And yet Tiasie mu literally because we need the person channel. But the person say, for me say justice play and as I got as for example. Obeda kasa at this state of in career no odene bo 10 obo 2 dia gina nachi. There are so many players on the field who love to have the game in their own way, but systematically systematically there are certain players we allow them to function in their own way, how they see the game. You don't change them. Coaches be braba catch say who game now who Busquets, but who Busquets abe who game now. Because when the guy loves to sit deep. Also Busquets one advance how many times? Yeah. Until halfway line his game really revolves around that deep position. Or per se you sit down and see so. Or don't know say I'm build the game in family. That's not how he see the game. Bruno Fernandes, who has he been within the colours of Manchester United? It has been his elite stage. Or bought in advanced zone. He's part of the creative hub. He's part of the goal scorers. The goal production department of Manchester United. It can never be written on any day. Oh, bro, you Bruno Diasinche. Say you should go or you prepare go. No, Bruno, are you very effective in doing so? And so a coach now, now because all free attacks. Bruno can now the neighbor deep with ya. One, what cut two goals so? Now two, by be a postcodes what a hundred drew. Or say. Oh, but a free man made food and put on in ya. You did buga, you did the ball, you did tackle interceptions, those jobs off the ball. Now we know the Postco's former player and legend of the club question say, oh, but a free man made food and power who so. How'd you come cry? See where some no between in your head. And now, or catch no, or say, oh, but free man made food and 4-3-3, whatever, or who so running or yet money will jabble to no so. It is all about can hold ya. Not just a Jumano is Sibako for nice. That is what Postco's is saying. And couple asemi sebe born I dear children minim munyansa and say Postco's. But I can say with much confidence, I've come to question why Bruno will be dropped deep. And yet, you Manchester.
Okay.
On a bit deeper on Yajima. Two, and I go so no say okay. Bruno, no, you can't limit him to just passes. So on your other side of the job. But this is where we are now. Now, what I'll say is a Postco's opinion on whatever is being seen at Manchester United. And I had to re-echo my words on that situation. Moving on. Inter contemplate some call for Jose Mourinho. Many fear the power. Inter Milan has been one of the teams. Na me probable pa.
Yeah.
Especially so call Syria or discuss about Italian football. Yeah. Na me pay Inter Milan. I'm a style of play. Everything. I'm more aggression. And I've seen many coaches have been changing the face of Inter Milan. Now, Ocean generation now, me discussing me come on from 96, 97, 98 ever.
Okay.
Where I really on a daylight saw Messi Lucescu, that Romanian coach of Back Inter Milan. The squad now was superb. He was one of the 4 coaches on the free back in the buy. After Messi, they've had a series of coaches. Now Roberto Mancini Juma Mbaye ya and Sipoma Jose Babeto Aswa Omo J the treble no. If free on Inter enye adiana ebemo mayo mu apia. Yes, they've been knocking on the Champions League trophy, but they see po. Na mo baby o madri no. Omo pay a huge figure in the final or that mentality betimi instill on the players. No ma jibi bidiaba. How many finals have they gone in the last couple of seasons? 2. Ni nyina na agye from nsem by Spanish managers. Some Spanish managers no couple wo job obe do one grow. Every Spanish manager so oba be do no pompon so say all win here. Check opponent on omobo. Coach Bernard Spain bought 2018 before Del Bosque the Dino Cosi. Aragonés started say Wontumi Europe and San Del Bosque by the tiki-taka de Babetuaso. Na Kanya Aragonés no when you all qua and they had hope in Del Bosque so Baba Yedmana or no cover to an torment no so. Del Bosque, Che de la Fuente, check club football.
Yeah.
Alonso ya Madrid, if you allow the guy to grow, would be good by a man for. Spanish managers are very good. They build their team very technically. Physical side near about 15-20%. It's no money born now. It's two job on behalf. Now I think Inter needs a manager. A do final because squad need more squad power. And I already do the game you no boy. No one said no, Inter need back squad crowd. They need a manager or better lift you from the mental shambles. Or my dream no. I'm going to final I say me. We are okay being here. But they need somebody to push them beyond that.
Giving them winning mentality, said okay, Romano.
And Jose also needs a club to lift him to the elite part again. Oh, say our sort they have a manager wababa ye pay. And Jose is so probably be lifting. It could be a good marriage. Say Jose ni omun community me e kwacha. The modern day strikers no kakra vanish so my men can say omo expire. Benzema moko. Yeah. And now move follow Ibrahimovic and Ronaldo phenomenon mo out of the game. They are going. Luis Suarez, Aguero mo no. Lewandowski ko and a Barcelona sabo per Alan. My dream is a Barca and Saka Alana project in a way.
Would you say apart from Zambia, Lewandowski ko the top striker with me about 15.
Sir Lewandowski bekosa uncle. Currently, one position, your department.
Okay.
One position. Yes, so clear as a bassa. Here an upgrade. The number 9 position.
Okay.
Odi Lewandowski boy ni America na ho den na ho keka no match the rest of the squad.
Sure.
Or try too physically. Oh, both 4 and 5 from more tyrant to say Hinkapi tap soba more a type no. Oh, bully Lewandowski. But Obenya Fran Torres are based on the idea manager Hans Flick at the body in team. Or to be or run it or drag it split central defenders. Emma, the first line mentality now Barca team no. Ubenya Rafinha Timbeshim, Ubenya Infifi Pedri, somebody Olmo, Femi Lopez, but Lewandowski has become a bit static. Around the central defense or no, move him. And in what check here, manager no use Fran Torres and saying
yeah.
I can finishing instance, yeah. I'll still be choosing Lewandowski. But the rest the part of the game now, or they can't finish it, no. Couple and the manager has decided say or call for Fran Torres this is the Lewandowski a free bench or sometimes game no a low intensity best start Lewandowski. But going into the tomorrow, they have Pedri, they have Olmo, they have Femi Lopez, all in central zones. Casado ne Mark Bernal air support. On the flanks, Omanya Rashford, Abeka Rafinha, and then you have Robiti said Rooney Bagia, Obabeso, Alame Yamaso on the other side. Defense, might not have extreme experience, but Kubasi Rojo looks good for the future. Lateral, Martinez, Ubenya Kunde, Ubenya Garcia. Goalkeeping department, they have 3 couple department baby America. Sebastian Community. And the new one, so fight young striker bar or best squad in the best when you say no. Read them number 1 you are saying, and now so I'm searching at the end of question. So they need somebody who will do the prime. What did about share Pepe Kapunafa and Haaland fitted the picture now. He fits so well, especially the direct nature of Hansi Flick.
Yeah.
And yet, Tebasa, party, go 3 minutes. No one that's what Mukroma. Haaland by isolated.
Yeah.
But Hansi Flick, no, Hansi Flick, a quick transition. Papa, no, job on the 2. No more. And Chobe, into Maminja, Usmani Dembele, Ballon d'Or, on tournament, Champions League. Champions League, the person me born papa, Nameko.
Okay.
And she said, me bonus idea, Kabumafa, me way, no, and Mamona. Okay, so
that's it for him.
Bilbao ne Arsenal. Arsenal because 2-1.
Okay. Penchete phobium. Now, a dream may be a Champions League night. Football be comes to a standstill. There is a reason why Tembiano Yakase Champions League one particular competition. Say we World Cup ni free na we the Euros ni free na we bibi ti say AFCON so the free no more. It is the club competition many these national team competitions they compete pa.
Okay.
At the club level, I don't think any club competition surpasses the Champions League. Maybe in the next few years to come, no, the club World Cup beat me at Diahini, and I bet me the opportunity to surpass it. Only time will tell.
Okay.
But as it stands, is the UEFA Champions League. Last season, you enjoy a new format of the UEFA Champions League. ISL produce a new winner for us. Before last season, me and the opportunity to see say Nottingham Forest Jomo first Champions League. Dortmund Jomo first Champions League. Other clubs Ebomo Modern Jomo first Champions League. It's also a historical antecedent of the fact say your both final beer with Germany produce a new winner for us in the Champions League.
Yeah.
What happens after that? Very important. And at the end of competition, we man them was from Kwan. Me susu ye ne ma dream me di to me say team A, team B, bet me abomo mo de team at the Champions League. Where one particular Champions League me nyina the league format so fan chere say because asumesi ashe the games 8 ni nyina na washe 7 na washe 16 to on beji there be entiza because last season you starting Liverpool she games are hold on be ko wi ase no na Paris Saint-Germain na be Liverpool
na washe no
but teams be to say Arsenal actually be chire kakra say eba Champions League no mani abre say on betumi abomo modin awura matumi akwakoje me mom de ye koye ni no meka asem bi ba me gitum ye say afi Champions League no kromiensa
ana be koso mu ba ko beji
England Spain and Italy.
Ana befa.
Ye koye nim no. Kromiensa.
Say German for afrim.
Ana me gitum ye say
crew ano be ko ba koso.
Crew ano be ko ba koso. Ye koye nim no. Be kire ba bi ebewura.
Okay.
Ye be dis an komo ne pa.
Ehun pa man for be somoti.
Ehun pa. We are the Champions League shall say be a Real Madrid your favorite. So same way. Opa soon 1 billion times. I won't stop saying it.
The started Champions League now.
Real Madrid is always the favorite to win the Champions League. Due to two things. New tournament I have one agenda do.
Madrid na.
Mewa. Ye didn't koma hunu empredo do a obia ni na Real Madrid so betimi agene no abede.
Babeji.
In recent times, one money team Champions League back to back.
Chelsea.
What did they mention as no? So in recent times, the history of the competition it favors Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Nipa what team back to back it favors Real Madrid. I had to say the dominance of national team is France. You ever World Cup 2022? There no be a kind. Now bet my catch France in your favorite.
Oh yeah, obedo mekao.
What I say?
Yeah.
And then you call World Cup 2026. We are there. Wontumi ka favorite ombeja. Obeka say more Argentina. And also more France. Nankasa Pro Bowl final ni din. So obeji. It is based on the fact to say these are nations in recent times they've been dominant in at the World Cup. Ye ko Euros ne ka se bo favorite abeka se wan. Unka Spain. Hey, Kabo. Argentina abeka Spain. It is because Spain has been dominant in the current Euros ayabo. Meboa.
Sure.
It Real Madrid there. See a Champions League ni di ni started competition na. Obi anka say Real Madrid G trophy ni dey seen na so tie ni two different things altogether. But they will always be favorite when it comes to the UEFA Champions League. Benyo Munkwa na favorite because there are other clubs are couple me do me say afiwe. Ni won betimi abo mo modern akọ in their favor. Amomotimi akodi the Champions League no.
Wow.
It begins tonight.
Rainy yeshe.
Amo the kick-off times ni bia ba ni mu kakra.
Yeah.
I feel anything short of a semi-final will be a disappointment for Mikel Arteta.
What's how the pressure call?
Yeah, far pressure and call. Nemo mi wojidie bi say Arsenal team on the ball semi-final last season better than this season there no Omashemu better than last season. In terms of squad depth, maybe I'm a free ban no quality squad depth. Because last season, not Arsenal, Messi Thomas Partey. So especially in the Paris Saint-Germain first leg affair, no. Omo Messi Thomas Partey. Now omunya replacement biya wo no mo break akra. And one of the Baby Rag game anymore.
Okay.
Inti asudie da Mikel Arteta etri so say. I don't know we na mra twam last season no. Ye susu ye mu no. Wo sa discuss a team ni mu bi mti. Wo say team ni timi bo na ho mo ne nko nanim. But then based on the kind of opponent you are going to meet. But couple Champions League we nemu edin. The amount we mu ye din pa ni gina say. First no ka betima konya intebe group bi na with them.
And the 1 million ni aba from our call.
Iti umpia film na bia wabo category A team ko na bia abo ba ko pe bi o. But when no obetimi abo category A team be 2 times. Iti you will be assessed and analyzed based on how you performed against smaller clubs and how you perform against category A clubs. It intensity no, it was so at every level. Omone Bilbao, this is not a game I believe Bilbao stands a chance against Arsenal. Football, BBA Timisi. I agree to that. Ebetima basi ebe game na nyu mekwana beba wa share Arsenal by 1-0. And a 2-1. But what the two teams in the two senior need on recent forms of move. Any the experience a Mikel Arteta team no. Enya wa Champions League mu last season. Edi be pie mu this season na. Kapo. I think that it will be very difficult to say Bobawo was the brighter chance of beating Arsenal than Arsenal having the better chance of beating Bilbao. Arsenal with the quality.
Okay.
Noni Madueke, Eberi Chezi, Zubimendi, Victor Gyökeres.
Sure.
Zubimendi announcing himself for Arsenal. We can hear me. I was a twasso. Arsenal, Ebeshe Bilbao away. That is what I actually see this game because a squad quality at Arsenal was through.
Arsenal is winning.
Yes. And I make us say football, anything can happen. I agree to that. But I think what the two teams in the two and now we are couple. Wow, far away. Now far away. Bakumu do chain bako. And Arsenal and the Mudu at the chain Athletic Bilbao. The Santiago Bernabeu better Champions League now. Then you'll be on one in the Bible say a club or the first Champions League in French football's history. Olympique Marseille, and they are back. Legacy be Olympique Marseille, yeah, back in 1992, 1993, they been Paris Saint-Germain a pepano. Because Omoji the Champions League, no, Omoji ye no so no couple. Omansanye no komo de treble. Roberto Di Zerbi, one coach, I made 2 years or innovative. or taking risk. But he's not an exceptional coach as we look at things to be. Said he born a Barcelona deserve it and
deserve no.
He's not an exceptional coach. Definitely tactically he's a good coach. And or per big games. Or as how coaches in a time no was Sassuolo Italy no. So she a for na boy sonko.
A big game coach.
Inter, Juve, AC. The days at Brighton and Hove Albion. So almost here BB to say Chelsea. Almost here Pep Guardiola or Manchester City. So almost here Liverpool for no money or more bar. Anna Roberto deserve money bonana to say a couple. Anna was so. Yeah. So what to say oh share team to say Crystal Palace, Bournemouth. In the Italian Serie A, Cagliari, Bologna. Performance is different. Crack. He relishes this big opportunity to always announce himself. But in subsequent games, he proves to be saying, "Oh no, you overrating because we're winning 1 or 2 games against big size. Against Real Madrid, they will be there. They will be present.
On Madrid match.
Roberto Di Zerbi asem na make chire we.
Madrid Benabao so no okono.
When yes obe wini.
Okay.
When yes obi be lose.
Okay.
I'm talking about the competitive nature of the game. Enye an absolute walkover. To say the ebe no. Because Di Zerbi no or per big matches 10 bia no. No dina touchline no acting mad no yes no to 20 no yes or bet chire panyin ni say tactics no nim tactics. O sia kesifo ani suban no. By this shani another nkomo. Ne bone de obebo. Ne bone de ombebo pa. Ne bone de ombebo. Messing good be Pierre America beg mo. Pierre America Obama Yang ombe yo money o makakre bi.
Obama be si form Obama Yang.
But you see Obama Yang Champions League goals are washe. Any nyoma bi e wo bia no. I want to record that honor monko. Then there is Kylian Mbappe. I mean, to me, said this season he is the man for Real Madrid. What do you in China? They are saying it say. I know the Jubane de Real Madrid. In games, Real Madrid are born in the La Liga. You know, Anya Kylian Mbappe adagula. Anya Mbappe adagula. Mbappe is instrumental in this Real Madrid setup to a certain extent. To say, see, because Real Madrid estimate 9 points or 12 points in the Spanish La Liga. Ono kwa mamube 9. Say 12 wa mamu 9. Say 9 wa mamu 6. The goals are washe. Penalties are wanya. Any assist are waye.
Whoa.
There's a new superstar for Real Madrid in town in the Champions League. After Cristiano Ronaldo, there was Karim Benzema. After Karim Benzema, there was Vinicius Jr. But I think Kylian Mbappe offers something distinct from Vinicius Jr. at Real Madrid. And he understands what big game means. Game ne be ding. E beti ma 1-1, 2-1 in favor of Real Madrid.
Wow.
But open nipa the night no obesum no ama Champions League na kwaba to the Bernabeu. Meko for Kylian Mbappe.
Even Mbappe night.
Say Anadui. And he loves to play against Olympic Marseille.
Sure.
He loves it. He loves it. And I think Kylian Mbappe for the last 3 seasons, the opening Champions League game Abobi Oshego.
Okay.
Last 3 seasons. Opening match be a Kylian Mbappe Bobo Bia and the first game of Champions League Oshego. And he's consistent with that. It Obetimi akono goals because deserve no be biem. Okay. Ball. You try to score, you try to score. But I think Real Madrid tonight will find a way to carry the day.
Okay. Medase. You know, train Nafi Ahedivisi. Mike, sportsman brain Nafi Ebet Mayan Suhudie. Kwakomia Chenadri Newton so the Nidia bounce so offer a
couple Medase Yenchia. Okay. The Champions League is returning and when here 2025-2026 edition.
Yeah.
There were interesting storylines around it, but me pick a few. Na yedi eho enkomo. When was the last time Italian club had a Champions League, maybe? Obekai.
Acho.
2009, 2010. Jose Mourinho's Inter Milan.
Inter Milan, yeah.
Almost share Bayern Munich. So that is the last time Italy team had a Champions League. Yeah. Enti afiwe di eba shasi no. Oko Italia, major newspapers no, didn't commodify the 4 Italian clubs who will be representing the Italian people in the competition. Not on my way, on my chances of winning or otherwise. Yebeka ye trimu kakra near koyechi. I will know how the dominance of Italian clubs in this same competition has waned over time due to various factors. But Dedi Kanshara Kemwae, now on my Gazzetta dello Sport, the newspaper in Italy, and what they are reporting today, they are sending over WhatsApp.
Okay.
Gazzetta dello Sport front page, NA. Omoka via la champions, la Juve après il ballo delle Italiani. Ne se Euro Champions League, ne Juventus ne di chassis. But on the front page, you talk anwa, then means touchers. Omo was no. 4 players. Obia she different jerseys. Enti the Champions League ni si number 3 sono. Kenan Yildiz of Juve. Marcus Thuram of Inter Milan kita Champions League board na so team goal. Yeah. Kevin De Bruyne on the Manchester City GB no. And they were Napoli. We bien in sim. Anna Charles de Ketelare ono Atlanta. Ono so den say tia na susa. Omo yina depict omo goal celebrations. Okay. There is something symbolic here. Yeah, the Champions League trophy needs Kenan Yildiz na betri so. Directly or indirectly, Kabibi. Of the 4 contenders, free Italy, no, they are looking at maybe perhaps Juventus na favorite na.
Okay.
That is a question. But me can see a baboon compound kwa chi. Near Hussein and Yoma Kodia Italy teams, So from the period of 1990, everybody the last time an Italian club triumphed in the UEFA Champions League, that space or that span of time, 20 years or 21 years. Sharake Mayen Shesa 21-year period. How the Italian clubs showed up in the competition. When so OBM Kakrano Yene Yaobehu. So 89-90, there was AC Milan versus Benfica, which Milan won by a goal to 0. Then, or the season after that, there was no Italian club in the final. But right after, when Barcelona were winning their first Champions League title, they faced UC Sampdoria then with Italian Roberto Mancini.
Okay.
No, this Sampdoria team were including the late Gianluca Vialli.
Okay.
They were part of that Sampdoria team. Ronald Koeman said the only goal of the game under Johan Cruyff, Omo first ever Champions League title, an Italian team. So last 3 finals, no 2 Italian clubs showed up. Then it became more consistent. 92-93, Olympique Marseille played against AC Milan. 93-94, another AC Milan appearance in the final, 4-0. Against Barcelona. Then 94-95, AC Milan again were in the final. This time losing to Ajax Amsterdam. AC Milan time libertrim, but Ajax will come back. They will face an Italian club 95-96. Juve beat Ajax on penalties. Controversial circumstances. Yeah. That game ended 1-1. Then 96-97, Dortmund in the first Champions League, they met Juventus again. Another Italian side. 97-98, Real Madrid won a goal to 0. Juventus showed up. And to share, before Juve, Milan had made the finals in 3 consecutive times. Juventus beje and also twice, so 3 consecutive times. Then the Italians faded off. Manchester beje against Bayern, no Italian team. Real Madrid, Valencia, no Italian team. Bayern Munich against Valencia, no Italian team. Then Real Madrid against Bayer Leverkusen, no Italian team. Then they resurfaced in an all-Italian final. Say Koye, Bayaba. Then they played Juventus against AC Milan, with AC Milan won on penalties. Again, Monaco, Porto, no Italian team. But to wrap it off, AC Milan against Liverpool, 2004-2005, there was an Italian team. Of course, you will see that Barcelona and Arsenal team it will break that Italian consistency. And the Shadrach Scrolly called down Mame. Barca didn't was wrong. After that, there is AC Milan Liverpool again in a replay of a 2004-2005 final, which AC Milan won by 2-1. Then Manchester United, Chelsea, Babe Fim. Barcelona, Manchester United, Babe Fim. Then to wrap up, to make it a bit 2010, Inter Milan against Bayern. So of the 21 times, the number of final appearances Italian clubs make here, 12 out of 21.
Wow.
So for that stretch, the 2-decade-long Champions League span, Italian clubs showed their faces in the competition. And the more consistent ones were AC Milan and Juventus. Juve GB, AC Milan GB, multiple ones. Then again, Inter Milan GB. But if in 2010, from 2011 to date, Obetimia kind the number of times Italian clubs have made the final. And if Shadrach shows us, you will know. Inter GBA, but Juventus showed up. 2 times they made the final. Juventus did not win. They were beaten by Real Madrid and Barcelona. 3-1 and 4-1 in an embarrassing fashion. But Omokra they saw me a BB because at least Anya Shekrano, Juventus got a consolation goal in the 2 finals against the Spanish teams. How about Inter Milan, the other Italian club to show up? 2 final appearances, not a single goal scored. In the Italy teams na komo ba, omo be shower na obe show, but they will win more. They will be consistent in terms of final appearances. No, in 2011, Edibesi this current era, another last time you bought Champions League in 2024-2025. Italian clubs are by Minupe, and they've only made 4 appearances from that spell. So the dominance of Italian clubs have waned. In the end, Italia, clubs never bought Champions League there, but they are not so confident. So club by club, I got Tudor or a Croat on the handle Juventus. They have an exciting squad, especially with their forward lines. Jonathan David, Obenya Lois Openda. These are players who have made consistent Champions League appearances who are more former size, no more. Then the one carrying the Juventus attack, according to Juventini, Kenan Yildiz, the Turkish. But are they good enough to challenge? Coach side, no. Playing body, they don't really have a dominant team. Inter Milan namudin come about Jose Mourinho. I don't know Inter for Kosukai Mourinho. He's the last manager who actually made them relevant in Europe. Simone Inzaghi bayebi or the omo compremi ni so batotishe. So that is the closest they've gotten to that perfect season Mourinho had, the treble. Keep on the handle Inter CCA. But that Mourinho talk even will unsettle him. You do what you do come say. So what you money and you've not started well. They've had a start. First game, brilliant. The next games, more concerns. The little bit shaky. So how would they trust him to deliver the ultimate in Europe for them? Napoli, Antonio Conte, an excellent squad of all the teams that will be present from Italy. I'm a Napoli didn't experience but then again, Conte has never showed such a prowess so dominating Italian league, attract the confines of Italy, the by Europe. For Atlanta, any Ivan Juric, the least said about them, the better because Omuni a subia and that is another problem. So it looks like it will be yet another year for Italian clubs. Our Champions League campaign will be written with heartaches and a disappointment. And that is where the story is. And the games near some exciting games and some interesting matchups. Real Madrid, Olympique Marseille. Historically, Marseille nyana fe any Real Madrid when they meet in Europe. 4 times Madrid in the chica from home and away or Shano. When you go home and away. But it goes on to assert say Madrid and then Saddam say so whenever they have to meet in Europe. Then there is a player in the Madrid folder or a chief tormentor whenever he gets to meet Marseille. Then the stage I ever born match they won favors Mbappe. In the last 3 seasons he scored, like Akomia said.
Yeah.
So the writings on the wall favors Real Madrid. Say Omubo will feel at the Santiago Bernabeu. They will definitely defeat Olympique Marseille, but it will be an exciting team. Marseille were a team made up of experienced players and young, talented players. On any given day, if any of them shows up, they can get a goal. Mason Greenwood, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. But for Real Madrid, they have the quality to say they will defeat Marseille, even if people think in this season's competition, they are not really the favorite. But I think they are the favorites to beat Olympique Marseille. Away from there, Athletic Club and Arsenal. Arsenal sat the Spanish teams in recent times. And the recent evidence when they be Arsenal versus Real Madrid in the Champions League, home and away, or the Madrid Chica form. Arsenal, when they meet the Spanish teams, especially away from home, I am no more idea.
Okay.
And I was all ball my boss. And then it is a handicapped Bilbao side. Without Nico Williams, Bilbao misses out on a key creator of chances for them.
Okay.
Into Nimua, a T or more offensive options as well. And Iñaki Munkwent to me carry the mantle. So I think in as much as Bilbao, it is something relevant at the moment. It's their first Champions League campaign since 2014-2015. Amabo Champions League, this will be their 3rd season in Europe's prime competition. Until many pedigree, and Arsenal with Arteta and the continuation.
Experience.
Last 2 seasons they felt okay. They were in the knockout phase. Last season they made it that close. A PSG in a year or more. So it means this season, from the lessons learned and the experiences garnered, they will be able to prove a point against Athletic Club. I'm tipping Arsenal to win.
Okay.
Players, make I say, I'm lucky. But I think they are enjoying their best moments because of options and our decisions and I know maybe of course Arsenal camp. Noni Madueke a better cheers. Madueke had a fine end. And Chelsea no why it would have been a different story. And a lot of Arsenal fans were even doubtful. Say, Obetimi Ashomoje Sinadazo. Now, in the absence of Bukayo Saka, Arsenal fans are not worried. 2 reasons. Team no Mukakushiano, and then again, there is a viable option in Noni Madueke to play from the right wing. A better cheers. Now we show so Impo Yababo Martinelli due to the absence of someone like Martin Odegaard, Obetimia Slotiabo from the central attacking options. And check your assist no the man Victor Gyokeres over the weekend. Ayam Koma Medi said the left wing options of Arsenal. Martinelli name moi. Ezeba, we've seen it. So a Bebwa Arsenal attacking options and I'm tipping them to beat Bilbao.
Okay.
Then Benfica Karabakh, an interesting game. Very interesting. But it is something that when a touch and go, you don't need to really delve deeper into such a match.
Yeah.
And the value for money no form. Into Wayno, me, if I was investing, I will not even touch it. Juventus Dortmund, a repeat of the final they had. Somewhere 1997. Juve and a Dortmund Juve Shomo 3-1 to win their first Champions League title. But in this, a league phase, 2 teams were excellent attacking players. Sehu Guirassy last season was among the top scorers in the competition. He's back.
Tough guy.
Yeah. Then Juve, I've mentioned the 2 players already. Lois Openda, Jonathan David. Then Kenan Yildiz, the face of the new Juventus attack. They are number 10. I think that will be exciting. There will be goals.
Good.
Until you can look out for both teams getting on the score sheet and delivering. For Spurs Villarreal, a return of 2 enemies of Spurs. Partey, Nicolas Pepe. Nicolas Pepe started the season very well. Until the last month, La Liga ni the player of the month. Yes. Then Partey, Arsenal. Spurs senior Arsenal there. They are North London rivals. I'm looking at the reception the 2 players in particular will receive. Then again, it is a matchup between two Ghanaian players, Mo Kudus and then Thomas Partey. How would they fare for their respective sides? It will be interesting. Spurs have become a delightful team to watch with the ball. And then without the ball, now they are more of a threat due to the set piece coaching of Thomas Frank. Now Spurs says she goes from corner, or Mushe goes from free kick. It tells you the impact Thomas Frank has had from that perspective, because I idea no the team here with Brentford, they were experts in scoring from set pieces. In this game, corner kick, free kicks, experts say go bit me if remember on the part of Spurs. Then more corner kicks too. Into when corner no maybe over 7.5 over 8.5. There will likely be 8 or 9 or more corner kicks in this game. Then the two teams, they will likely get chances. In as much as Spurs are exciting to watch, they have some defensive vulnerabilities in TBA. So maybe Villarreal to score, Spurs to win the game. To be on the safer side, Spurs win either half. Then you can look out for these options. So we wish all the teams the best of luck. PSV, so maybe Peter Bosch and the teams are now goes them in over 2.5.
And you're bad.
Yeah.
Well, me that's Michael and why in the snappy yes. Yeah, 3p 3p to us now if you work for you didn't come said yeah all kind of man from into money how I none like any so unia sister now so shame I'm so okay
boys now more girls no more.
Oh yeah,
can you light up my
to a lighting up studio 3p now how you did
Yami andum bia boko.
You view on why view on you didn't go
but you made us mama chia weti for no watch for anape a 3p garlic mixture a free piwak natural health garlic crogen ye dia do ni emfanka jamfen so bia mfremu enu ntimo ahoden no ejina ne na so na eye ntinim akomam ena mogyamu adwuma o hwe me wutie me wo yade bi wo ntinim akoma ni mogyanim ni de adra me kamfo de ama se beboa eye 3p garlic mixture eboa na boost immune system ne so e de ama enu nti ade e frɛ ne yade entiment na nipadua ne so abra wafa edupai bi se wonya nto bia me sorry abora pharmacy shop bia eben wo na kwaje wo de eni abusua ni nyina enchenom ebe rent ni nroba ya hodo ni mahwe se fin ene keka wa bia sisim bia be free ho na mogya nso etimi e de free sane se de ese na ene ye hwe mema apomoden meka mema apomoden a prostate ne ho asem ena ye beka no e yade a ehu hia pa ansana no me the doctor number tudwa ebi apesa wo frɛ no ene ne twetwe nkomo bi kyerɛkyerɛ yade ni mu kyerɛ no waye krado francis here na obegye wo so number no 0248 92 88 24 0248 92 24 say yaka prostate na mpempi na dwen ya ne eba bebre chimni se prostate no yade titru emema ne kra bebre na dwen se prostate no yade nto beti so ka se me de mini prostate no enya yade eka nipadua no akwa no baabi hu nemu me ho ka na sachimate obi ba ho a ena ya na kyese yade no abam no yade bia Nyankopon boka mema ho a ebo wonju so twa na se wo pe eno na sa wo be ma wo ne oba edi nemu nhyiemu a ensuo na ekọ oba ne ho akoda ne eba aba bonten no o prostate no na ehwe ayesa ensuo no edi amount utena ho na oha obi ba ho pe na akoye ensempi na prostate no etimi enyini umfie na ekọ nanim no na eno nso enyini nti wodi mfinsha be se aduanan ho 40 years ekona ewon pempen so bi a enyini kodru sanso na free be 60 ekona etimi nyini ye kese abeye kese pa ananse bia na wonnem yade gonorrhea syphilis ompani enhwe etimi didi mu na ma prostate no eho aka anya saade abusua bia wo free mu na na bi wo fa bi ewo prostate ne ho chimate obi bia prostate cancer etimi fa so na wonso wanya bi ewo sa kwan ne so na ne nyina mu no edro ba akopɛ na yede ebo ye ho ban eno ane 3p garlic mixture nto ye be ma wutie me wo ye oba nso wutie bia na wokunu ewo hawo bi woni prostate ho dia tutumri kabora pharmacy shop bia be wo
kope 3p garlic mixture du pay bi fama no na ononom na emua eniema ebemwa so prostate no eho aka wonsa wafrase ejunso ntentem sene kane no se de kane na wojunso ne ne entesa enya wojunso twa na ukini ne ho aka de a bema wo prostate no ohaw bi abem titiw ni anajo awada e distract wo sleep untime eneye uka wani gu so anajonso de no wasori na wo kwa akodjonso yenyina ne atena ka mu aye kosimi na manyonso no eya doso ebasa na ho aye hi edro no ye 3p garlic mixture ebeboa eyiwe frisa ohaw we nyina mu obi so on mo koso akodjonso a obre pa ansa na jonso no watimi ajonso obejina hono machem saa wajunso wie nesesa junso no kra echa ne so a na eno so adane ne chem na obre sento no nkwa okrawa saye de na wanyunso wie enyiniti edro no eye 3p garlic mixture wonso a wojunso a wote yaw ewo obemanim ose ne bema no emu hyehye no wobre pa wote yaw ewom abra junso no epie no unya 3p garlic mixture bi na no ma ebeboa abo prostate no by na yi sa ohaw no e de afi wo so obi so hono ma wakra wo sa wokodunso no wajonso awio na say ye den Johnson no entwada esoso wachi koko saa nti de bedia na sa wahya natade openentem no abesene ekọ usane wana Johnson age ne ho de bia wa Johnson a enwie da edro no eye 3p garlic mixture pebito na no nom na bema emwa ne mo ho ban emfree prostate ho temachew no eho anasa wa Johnson a wose moja bi edi ne Johnson no achi so bi ani nya kroje na ese moja no edi Johnson no achi entwa ye echew so prostate no ena ehu aka edro no ye 3p garlic mixture emewa ne bi nso ho no ne obedi namu nhyiamu na sebe ne hu sane no ote yaw ewo ne bemanim entwa ye echew so prostate no ena ehu aka entna ma ne na ne wo so asemansa edro na ba se ebeboa ye nyina kopebito na no nom na emwa enye edro ne to ne nom ne nko na ya na ehia enu nti wapomodi ehu hia nti se home remedy bi wo ho ana niema bi wo ho na odidi wura ni paduanim na ebeboa amwa yaresa akonkan a eya ye de tudwa enu nti wo ye bema na ope prostate ahobambo paade a eya atedi fresh tomatoes into sipa na wodwa so no na wadie no enuane no bi wo ma eboa abo prostate no ban ede amount afe carrot otare carrot eniema ni bo wa ye ni ni sa mekondo ana mepenti mia wani di sa de be ye beboa na ma apomoden bi enuane no bi wo ento sipa ne carrot no mu a eboa abo prostate no ban ede amount se be man ti wo ye oba na wotie me ukodwa so atosa ne ma no fa ye aduane ema be ma no na onni afe wodi watermelon na enyi na ba no entumu ni nyina eye dro weka na aduane na wudi no ehu be ma ebeboa abo prostate no ban ede amount afe nso beta cola oteke mu na ebi betwam a enyiwani mo motobi be ma na didi na emwa emo prostate no ban emfa emma Dr. Semensan kancha wo yoba onu kunu na temesro susufa ho kamino eboa ebo ne prostate no ban de man onware de ameso kona kware anase di niema na mabobo so ne bi na emu yoba warefo na ate kunu ho di ameso emfa ho kamini pi no na prostate no awbambo kese emremu emane bia me bo doctor number no want me side dia to judge for Dr. Sisi Achocho yade ni mu ekre no waye krado se otie na wabo number no 0248 9288 24 0248 abrabia okoto adro no so hye ne so se ewoto a ehwe ho a ebomu garlic eda ho no kokko na nitino eye kokko nti ukono be the plastic bottle be maw and now the adro be foforo be maw say garlic mixture san yade a obodi na bia ensom emfa oni adro bi a woda so obetimi anom 3p wonom we 15 minutes adukro no obetimi asan anom a enkofa ohaw emre wapomoden enye na pharmacy shops herbal shops e woye man mu ba bi eton adro bi a ubowura mu a wonsa ebetimi akan bi de enye ne se obefa number na me boye no na wa frɛ doctor no wa church yade no ohaw ni nyina mu akere no waya krado se obeboa medema no esi ha mesa bo doctor number ne de atwa to me so emfere frɛ sisi a na obeje wo so e wo 0248 9288 24 9288 eye 3p garlic mixture
3p ya beda se nyame adoma da se ne be se hia adro no de eye pa nti muntobi na afi munnom na intimi emo amona bibia enye fine oba time international fair the local news no atwa so e dey exclusives o fie ye be din komo e wo Ghana in league num and the Ghana football news e honsem e wo ha oba time e DNA be rem na fie atwa so e dey free oba time say bibia bokodi
chama bibia fine una wo sha ye di frabonte ne ba bibia fine
I don't know.
O ze se no udi niema nti ya wa dwe so fi obi a na se wo se no oje be miensa o so many be so no ba mi
ya ko wasa jawa o sam ke kala
ma mu tie no akomi ade se de sika wa
ma yere no ai
sika wa no ba
o paso ba be
wo bia ma yere no masa o se bia ni no ma ha no
na no so ko yi ka chebu o park so about 5 minutes we need thank you oh so Mike ba nipa no the video no buy no
and ama asem na o ka no o be dia tumi say no kra na say
okay
asem ya no kra asem ya no kra nya say obi na the video buy uni ba bia video ni
buy na no kra yenti o masa
e Jesus o twatro
but I mean guys will try
some they no press train water
free by baby free by masa we any sad be anoye
okay and yeah is it ever count one sempa we have my way wo you ever count one sempa yeni komo e ofie na yeni afisam no komo kakra na bibia etiminya kama yenya nyim se nyame ayadma over the weekend Ghana yegina kono eno ay CAF Champions League and Africa Confederation Cup before some eba no Ghanaian players ni bi elbo in the Champions League e Europe and the tennis Bronten di ade Thomas Tepate ebebo ni game and ama bibia etwa kama bo e de tia club e fe no ay Tottenham anapo so body tia Tottenham obeginam Nempo Mohamed Kudus ono so agyam tia nuanu mie no ebegyama bo ama bibia so atima kama no achi wonim sa branch fan Inak Williams enso ebo ene ama bia akokama tu bompire aya no akai Ghana fo ise nyame beboa na bibia so atimi akokama na bibia akoye nso atimi ede amom in the Champions League sene be players ombe moves a omo ye nampo sene be omo forms no anampo so omo form no be take shape na aboa ama national team no so atimi atumpon yento nsam no so ye ram enso etimi Mr. Akwasiadu Akatiwano ene CEO enso etimi edema club ye fana bibiani Gold Stars nanwa wane ye nuano sporty fo kokodin kobo na kobo no mu die ni nyina no enso ne say number 1 Umbisa say 1 million Ghana cedis F4 no say wometua enso etimi edema clubs no wometua na ana opanini chem say 1 million Ghana cedis in the ometua kra na report kra me sans etima kan say before say Kotoko any Chelsea bebono na Chelsea for ensa komo cheka womonso ekwakwa dientie sama Mr. Akwasiadu adituda for 1 million Ghana cedis no ho
today I learned the time triggered.
Okay.
So maybe possibly people will start smiling.
That's nice. That
maybe
once that promise is fulfilled, that's
maybe in interbanks, every bank is different than other banks.
So to take a bit of time. So by the end of the week, it should happen.
And that one is
okay. We thank God for
that. That one they say okay.
Sano enso etimi akakra efu am enso etimi da no we no ano se omodi kan dia so omutirim se baby ombo mo ball no enso etimi akra sports stadium ento omodi da bia e wo mutirim ana omadi aka dia kire boys se akra sports stadium ana omonso e ball aye omo CAF Champions League game yentie sama Mr. Akwasiadu edituja.
We have tuned our mind that apart from Accra Sports Stadium, there's no way we can play our CAF Champions League. So we are prepared to play in Accra.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why the top 4 was a good preparational ground for us going into this assignment. So we are prepared.
Mm.
Sano enso etimi akakra efu anmo eno so etimi dia bedon komo pi ema yetiefo enano pay enso e wo show no so enwram on National Sports Authority na National Sports Authority ye din komo ade afu ani nyina no omu CEO Mr. Jamfi Are na opani so di nkomo kakra na ne nkomo odi nyane se ose Ghana enso any child game aye boy no ene the Chinese fans no ono omo tumi no abro na security no so enti se bia hu se bia fans ne ba mo a na se fans no ba said you no come expect say security ni be adwuma no fans na bro so chese omo bibia e bro so yentie sem opani no edituja.
Either we start selling the tickets over there, because the first game nothing happened, the second game nothing happened. NSA has lost over 84,000 Ghana cedis.
How so?
The second half of the Chad game,
the Ghana Chad
game, we realized that they broke into the main gate, the front gate. They broke it down and people were just pushing in, coming in. And I don't want to blame someone here, but we had over 500-600 police, military, and then other security personnel, services or whatever. Okay, so what I would say now is, I think the fans overpowered the security. They couldn't do anything, so they just, rushed in and then took over all that.
This you are referring to the Ghana Chad game.
The Ghana Chad game. Okay. Before the game,
I can also say,
we always, especially you, the media, we tell you come out, you tell them where the centers are, where we sell the tickets. So why don't you go there rather than you see, if you wait to the last minute, come to the main gate to buy a ticket, then even 10 cedis ticket can be sold to you 100 cedis. Because they see that, you have no option. So let's buy the tickets early. We sell the tickets about 4 or 5 days before the match day. And the match day, they also know that nobody sells tickets at the stadium there. So why do you come there to buy a ticket in the first place?
Yeah.
So when you come there to buy a ticket, they can give it to you at any amount of money that they wish. But we have also warned people not to sell any ticket. Because when you sell tickets there and the security gets you, they will arrest you.
Yes, Nessa, no answer to me a kakra. If you are answer to me, the bar where you come on any no sports, Yakobo, I don't come up. And also, 80 damage for Kotoko Eguso and prepare Eddie Room also at your calf confederation cup anymore. And no, me catch us a team no answer to me training here. Am I to turn answer to me or come no mean a double session. Am I beyond to me or come? Am I beyond to me or wabra? Nessa plus 8 pictures and Sarah Caberoli. Am I sweat when I be answer to my coach. The did Abdul Karim Zito and the boys say Guswa. Na somo shanu musempo bibias ebetu ko kama enom nso timi da mama e desansa no eno etimi da ba na emo sempo olomo onse makacho na no pay say players no that's Emmanuel Antwi ene a branch of Albert anu ya Albert amwa omo ne olomo di nkomo bebre na olomo akache eche players na niema awoso mo ye omo ko CAF Champions League niema awoso players no eye nkomo so mu di ene nkomo bebre wodi nkomo eche yentie nsema a branch Emmanuel Antwi any need come no bisa no questions about CAF Confederation Cup ko yomba faswa wo mbewram yentie olomu nkoma odi tuja
ye kom na amanfo na any gd o the current squad no, but players na nkasa kasa ema yenso ye lucky yenya ti said you bisa me experienced players be to say Nana Indua Mone Joseph Enrich and then even House of Folk Amanko Americo ebepim na debia me interview bia me bonidin or friend me personally emma me a lot of advice said they will be me am I go in me qualify for the group stage and in the omode ma me na no na me so me de ma say yenko all out with confidence nenye well determined say beat me I qualify, especially your target say going into the group stage. And I know
so no answer to me Amos from Bon welfare. I am manager Adama Sante Kotoko as captain and so Etima Kotoko team no this answer no and also Edia Tuja don't some MA for Albert Amwa one and so me a player Adama Football Club a friend of Sante Kotoko none one day Brokum Golden City Park 50 years now Ababesim Kwa Kotoko Entimin Koko Breaki Jen and Abosan Kofa win FM Fuenano Akodai and go on that with TV screen so na obisa olomo say omura game ni mo no e kwan ben so anombe form ni referee no ebedi koma bia na bibia ba na bia referee akwakoje fa obi anampo say ade bia koso na bia mu nyina rush na enyema ben na oso mo ye na opani no enso komo no say anoka no
the match was Sunday your first game no me person me say maybe during the week no nyama ben bia mindset ni preparation to the game no start ben ya mo ye ni nyama na dey work camp going into your first maybe calf
a game like this no me di kan kasam ka say ya yenyi ya dream free outside no and on yes I be invited the pressure at the amount and over I buy and say me the many to form be brave
Nessa no and sweating your kakra no so lomo na catch and sweating there by don't sempi and also 80 damage with the couple sabe pepe emphasis no mum the chance Ghana in Premier League no I say weekend the matches be baso na matches na baso ni na the best start Friday eti nyame adma Friday ya ba ya details wo nya beba baby live matches na be konya de ade nya no ye be di comment na bedwafo ento aso
okay is that right na
yes couple na your team of the week are ready
okay
Wontumi match 1 no
okay
Ghana Premier League yes Ghana Premier League na ye be bobo so keke
yeah
because nyame adoma oko social media handles ne so e be post you Friday so e GPL command center
ye be rempa
nti ye ba ye be fa player bia na the reason why ntia
you choose no
by say ye bobo so quickly ye jitum ye say Felix Chei ene goalkeeper
okay
a 3-back system na Felix Chei ni ho no mo a ene nipa nkobeda na chi ye Kwame Aziz ono no Vision FC
okay
but finally 11 no ho nkomo ne yedi iti Felix Chei na edem 3-back ne ye Samba Onel Ebenezer Aban ene Kwame Boache
okay
Samba Onel Kotoko Ebenezer Aban Heart of Lions Kwame Boachi Nations FC. Ye double pivot ni wo mfimfin ho no. Two no. Kapo me say ye bre pa
ye position or number 2.
There be on say ye the 3-back no.
3-back no.
On say the double pivot no mo no wo mfimfin mienu no. Ye bre pa.
Wow.
By ye an ye si Solomon Fosu Boateng of Swedru All Blacks. Money Abrante Feni Manuel Konto.
Okay.
Of baby any Gold Stars.
No make it cut.
Na right wing back no you kofa Emmanuel Asian usi a kind of mass Samatex.
Wow.
And your left wing back near far Kingsford Bafu usi a kind of Mabaseke Holy Stars. So say you know you need to baby
yes.
And your man of the match I would be
you do be ship.
And you do be ship Debbie. And your man of the match I would be dinner. You do be ship. Because illegal you man of the match.
Yeah.
And then you me and Samuel Atakumi of baby any Gold Stars. Albert Amwa of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And Emmanuel Ano of Nations FC. It's in Yame Aduma Friday ba. Now oko social media handles ni so a players me ensa ne you almost koto almost aba. They yin say it call X or oko X on na at Wontumi Sports.
Yeah.
Kohwehwe obekona po ne da ho den yes between Albert Amwa Samuel Atakumi and Emmanuel Ano why and your best player of the week. Aha tinyame adoma Friday ni na ye ba GPL command center no ye ba be rempa ne aba be di nkomo bebira ama ne o ma timi akoye. Kapo, I think the preparations are still ongoing, especially for your two clubs or more represented or minor or the CAF competitions, you know. Now in the CAF Confederations Cup, Kumase Asante Kotoko, Akoshen Kran Kampe. For the CAF Champions League, baby any Gold Stars. So no so Kampe because on the babo nyame adoma Saturday.
Yeah.
Na koroko so etimi abo nyame adoma Sunday. I've paid close attention to Kwara. Any JS Kabil.
Okay.
Difficult task for both teams. Kwara na nkasa nyi team ebura adwene ntiase so Nigeria ho. Kwara enye among the top 4 best clubs in Nigeria. Kwara, no disrespect to them. And I no disrespect to any club will be a Okruma say, but I think Kwara achievement, I said the more or less Dreams FC. And I so at remind Etimiaje the FA Cup. Emira Mukoye. Yes, I boy Mukoye. It is another thing to be a big club and also try to find a way to get results against clubs almost change. And I'm coming for also surrounded say, what the cup no ye mu but obiabe underrated ahwe no akofa ho de akoye bibi.
Yeah.
Kora betimenya 2 stories. Kora betimenya the Dreams FC story in the CAF Confederations Cup. And I said they'll get a different story. Kora etimi kotoko free momo kobo with that. Kotoko yi Kora free momo so kobo with that. Obi akwa kobo with that. Ewo. Kora ye starting league ya omobo wa Nigerian league ni no mo renew 1 game pe. Ama draw 2. Ano mo lusu baako. On position in na ye. But these are clubs I say one ma wani anko omo ho no one prepare ye. No one direct omo a omo ene tatimi you free mu no. One baba omo na tie you free. Omo na tie you free. Kwara signing 18 new players going into the CAF Confederations Cup.
Okay.
Meaning said they are ready to battle it out on all 4 fronts. But Koroko players on my signing them and it does one year to subi. And what was 1 year and that's what Kotoko line up and the mammy say, or more enough quality in that. Say, Obi free bench back. Or much team to Nebiabo League, Nebiabo Africa. This team can compete. I'm not saying they will win it, but they can compete and compete well. Coach Abdul Karim Zito, an integrity. Any reputation, say the last manager away a Chromasi or the club about the continental semi-final club level. No 114 BR or the Dreams FC in a year. On the road to getting that particular victory, the famous draw Mokobo away Egypt against Zamalek. They play massive role. But unfortunately, if you are a mobile or Montimian Fenya results, I'm with the free with the coin. Etika ope Kwarade Kotoko ankasa de omato senyanya Kotoko good coach Kotoko quality players but adia misro penuma ma study about Kwara team ni say who underrate omo betima hawadwe pa
to Kotoko onye careful with Kwara team no
very careful
omo underrate omo
football no baby a movie ko no enye dimbiem
ya hotel
enye dimbiem how you study the team and how strong they are. Before I said Kotoko Krabe to every Kromo as Yako. Also be all.
Kwara.
Yebebo dini Kwara. Kwara. Ni ajiji ano abo so aba Kromo ase.
No, I may want this.
She team say you Kotoko every in recent years.
Kadiogo no mune.
Kara.
Bajaya so Kawana.
Once Baja mo de dino.
Yeah, also okay.
But Kara.
Yeah.
Ni Kadiogo mu
nkomo ne Kwara so yepo.
Ene Kadiogo mu nkomo ne de. It is better to prepare now. I think maybe any Gold Stars will be playing a much tougher game on Saturday. And me person me share how because my team looking strong.
Sure.
But their biggest problem is they concede a lot. Gold Stars concede pa.
Actually ho.
Ana omo free North Africa. No omo born out tie concede a. Okunonuma.
Ometna
so.
Whoa, Mike Mra.
In the next few days, near bar, you better dive deep into it.
Matipa, Mike Fire Castle Way.
Yeah,
I'm saying now, Miss Old Ball can be with you.
Africa, your team to neighbor. A game, Yakobo one crying.
Okay.
In competitions like this, you need massive support.
Yeah.
I am supporting so. So, what ball wow fear? I am not dominant. Yenny baby, I want. Yenny way or say, or the man and fan and cranning chair, Poma with me a can actually.
The fancy can pharmacy here.
There be
so the tray
or the shrub.
We are no baby.
You get it.
What you
way? Yeah, book Champions League qualifier, Yebo Confederation Cup qualifier to be played away from home. And the away teams no more. They are playing at a neutral venue.
Sure.
No matter how you look at it, Go Stars will be Western North. Anya hwe cross and continue mbo baby o na komo Kumase
yeah babayara
ka edoma mo bibie ne mpotem betimi etu kwan aba ba be and cry ne Kumase kwan na awe ne sin. Then you expect crowds, thousands of people to travel to such destination to watch the game. Kotoko ni fie Kumase and ka said the lead up to the game. We are in the state of mourning. Dom at the Aba. So a lot of people are in the Ashanti region. Now, as Ashanti, my team so what would have
opportunity to go to stadium?
So economically, we've missed out. Yeah. Because a Doma and come free Nigeria, any team never no better hotel. During the game, before the game, transport, services, Sika. Omombe tunton yane the vendors. Insio beverages. Sika ye Lucy. Ni na kon cry. Because of what?
Stadium you're ready.
So I am disappointed in a year NSA, the sports ministry, Abai, and also in Asante Kotoko. I'm disappointed in them. Many NJ so mokobo game no. Particularly see a Kobonu Accra. Not because Accra and Semfata, but because ya nyoma ye. Ya tinasia ye she haya ebe benen ye started to anamon. What kind of a people are we? Support a blue ne budget no en no Accra ko because oko Accra na e was all sound so koba. Look at the travel. Compared to when Yebo game no Kumase.
So I go try match ticket to transportation.
We wish them well. But to me, I am not very happy that this game is taking place outside Kumase. It has denied a lot of fans that experience of Kodoko playing in Africa again. When was the last time? And yeah, a Burkina coach your friend is Burkina coach omoko fan very place here. Ogum. The time no mobile ball Africa and na player be mama me fan. I know I am me boy.
Sure.
This is a good opportunity to bring back fans to the stadium because anytime Kodoko are involved in Africa, a ball of attendance. And they needed to create that atmosphere here. Ewo Baba Yara, not Accra Sports Stadium.
3 FM.
Obo Accra we are. How many of the fans will feel the atmosphere as it was in Kumasi? I don't know. There's a stadium there. You bet me CCA met me who still a rapaholic concert. Na Kotoko match in the end to mean CCA my name face. I don't know, sir.
Brad Stadium no core mandate is to play games.
I don't know, sir. Number 2 no money ache more than one such mokoto kum o koroko Oba Africa. Oba Africa no one cry. Is this a bit fitting a year way situation?
Never.
Why? Timi meninje. Honestly, meninje.
And I'm more said the Okano, the bit you show more.
Nankai Kwame Chase stadiums were here, Kwanya da a Abranke say. They could have even played at a Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex. Abine shen your man any serious a kind of high yay.
Last has been fast. Complain is
you see the seriousness we attach to Neoma development and growth. I was from the shenanigans way na so we wish them well. Why?
With us.
We wish them well.
With us. Okay, thank you very much. Mike, no.
Fa enkran ma say ko take less now ba. Oni omugina akire ho fa ho no obi anim de wo ye no.
Omere.
Omuso ya wie yi. Omutiu.
O mechi omu nyina.
yes, I want to call you what you
almost unka
couple me catch
na yenti ase say we need about 20 minutes ne nine ka ball ni me no pe
couple gazo
hey evidence based
Carries take a ban na yenti omo na the class in Africa now omo komo wa Accra.
When I say the sportsman Michael Asaribo do an afimeza and no my justice to the local no the America Charistic Ventures na ye din komo adroni Mr. Eben na ho ye de
pa couple
dog so ye
no ho ye pa say dey all down you know.
Oh okay dog any e chia
on chia na metoma na pa
fantastic dog
so better nka
wati na ye mon komo mfa ye dru ye ho mixer no ne capsules yi man capsules ni ye adwuma Zara Mr. ni G no so na 2-in-1 man for no menemu yare e the din ye monkomo
couple medase ewo akonya kese a wode amame na mechia etiefo ene ahwefo nyina na eben metena sisi ya no hu se charistic nupa na ye de abadwa so na ye fe no Zahara Mr. Zahara G capsules Zahara man capsules ana hindi haba Mr. ye nro yi monkomo enimu adanse enimu nchirechire mu ne ye de beso mu not for nkomo ya sase ye de ye adua ye fe no Zahara Mr. ene Zahara G capsules ana ehya ahye won komo twetwen sa duro we aye duro a oba ene bema etimenom sa uye bema na utiemi atiemiye bema bi wo ho infections adokoro no infection bi ti se gonorrhea syphilis anase chlamydia ene na betena impempi no eba ne sa bema bi wo ho etimima ensansan bi etigu ne bema no ho prekese bema bi wo ho eba ne sa aya na odwonso na obre na ochim ansa na Johnson no etimi aba ho abonsa Johnson so eka ne ntentem bama bi wo ho abonsa ensofita na efiri ne bama eba bama bi so wo ho abonsa ne bama mu nyina ehhese no ne bama mu edwa no amane hunu pa no namu sa woye bama na hu sa ne ma we wo ho a mese me no tonchia Zahara Mr. no ene Zahara G capsules no ya di aduro na base ebeboa kodra store pharmacy shop Heba shop bi abel wo se wo pe Zahara Mr. ene Zahara G capsules enu ni adura bema onuma infections bia ehinta woni pedianem ama obema na hi ama obema na fon ama ensansa bia ehu nya nika ategu bema no hono onuma duro na ni nyina ebe free home se uyo ba so na wo ho na white pa hawadwen oba bi wo ho a white anase odepoa ene na betena impempi no etimi ma enso bi egugu ne nkakra sebi pampan bi wom oba da bia meka enya husesie nkwa ne se oba wobɛhyɛ rega kɛseɛ ene intade kɛseɛ ahusesie pa a edimu ebemu ahimfie hɔ no ɛhwachi yopo